Hello, boys and girls. We're starting a new topic, which is for division. So it's Module 3, Topic E, and it's our Lesson 14 homework. So we're going to start solving division word problems with remainders. So let's get started. And it says to use the RDW, so read, draw, and do your work to solve these. So Linda makes booklets, and for each booklet she uses 2 sheets of paper. She has 17 sheets of paper. How many of these booklets can she make? And will she have any extra paper? And how many sheets? So again, we start with our statement. So Linda can make booklets using 2 sheets of paper, period. She will have extra sheets. So that's what we're trying to figure out. And it's really 17 divided by 2. So sets of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oops, I didn't make enough. 16 and 1 is 17. So I was 1 short. So 8, because 8 times 2 is 16, and 1 more makes 17. So Linda can make 8 booklets using 2 sheets of paper, and she will have 1 extra sheet. Okay? Now she uses thread to sew these booklets together. And she cuts 6 inches of thread for each booklet. That's all she needs for each booklet. So how many booklets can she stitch if she has 50 inches of thread? Will she have any unused thread after it, and how much? So Linda can stitch booklets using 50 inches of thread, period. She will have inches of unused thread, period. So it's really 50 divided by 6. So we have groups of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 49, 50. So she can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books, but she'll have 2 sheets left over. So the quotient, the answer to our division problem, 50 divided by 6 is 8, with a remainder of 2. So Linda can stitch 8 booklets using 50 inches of thread. She will have 2 inches of unused thread. Now, you're making an array, and you're seeing how close you can get to 50 without going over. So 6 times 8 is 48, 49, 50. So that's as close as you can get. Okay. Ms. Rochelle wants to put her 29 students into groups of 6. And we do that in our class. And when we have 15 kids, so we can be in groups of 3 or groups of 5 without anyone left over. But what if we made a group of 6? We would have a group with fewer students. So Ms. Rochelle wants to put her 29 students into groups of 6. How many groups of 6 can she make? And if she puts any remaining students in a smaller group, how many will be in that group? So again, we start with our statement. Ms. Rochelle can make groups of 6, period. The remaining students will be in a smaller group of okay? So it's really 29 divided by 6. So how many 6s are in 29? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 groups of 6 because 6 times 4 is 24. So she can have 4 groups of 6, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students left over, and that will be a smaller group. So a trainer gives his horse Caballo 7 gallons of water every day from a 57-gallon container. How many days will Caballo receive the full portion, the full 7 gallons of water from the container? And on which day will the trainer need to refill the container of water? Okay. So we're given the quotient and the divisor. So we want to figure out the dividend. We're given the quotient and the dividend. We want to figure out the divisor. Okay. So we know it's 57 is the total. It's almost like an area problem. We have the area and one length, but we don't know the width. Okay, it's sort of the same thing. So it's 57 divided by 7. And what we can do is count by 7s, do our multiples of 7, and see how close we can get to 57 without going over. And if we count by 7s, we get to 56. That's pretty close. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the quotient is 8, and 56, 1 more makes 57. So Caballo will receive his full portion of water from the container for 8 days. Now, is he going to have a gallon left? So on the 8th day, the trainer will need to refill the container? Yes, because he still has 1 gallon left. So he's a little bit left, but on that 8th day, he should refill the container of water. Okay? Melissa has 43 toy soldiers. She lines them up in rows of 5 to fight imaginary zombies. How many of these rows can she make? After making as many rows of 5 as she can, she puts remaining soldiers in the last row. How many soldiers are in that row? Now, I'm looking at my statement. I made a mistake, didn't I? Because I wrote Melissa can make rows of 5 imaginary zombies. It's not imaginary zombies. It's toy soldiers, isn't it? So it's good that I reread this. They're toy. Okay. Melissa can make 5 rows of 5 toy, or blank rows of 5 toy soldiers, period. There are toy soldiers in the last row. So she has 43, and we don't know how many 5s are in, right? We don't know how many 5s are in 43. So it's 43 divided by 5. So we count by 5s and see how close to 43 we can get. And we can get to 40. 5 times 8 is 40. And 3 more makes 43. So we have a remainder of 3. So Melissa can make 5 rows of 5 toy soldiers, and there are 3 toy soldiers in the last row. Okay. 78 students are separated into groups of 8 for a field trip. How many groups are there? The remaining students form a smaller group of how many students? So there are of 8 students for the field trip. Groups of 8. Oops. Groups of 8 students for the field trip, period. The last smaller group has students. So it's 78, and we're trying to figure out how many 8s are in 78. So it's 78 divided by 8. So we count by our 8s to see how close we can get, and we can get to 72. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our quotient is 9, 72, and 6 more makes 78. So there are 9 groups of 8 students for the field trip, and the last smaller group has 6 students. Okay? So we're starting our division, and you're doing a great job, and we're going to do more tomorrow. So I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.